Well, it's that time again. The 2025 NFL Draft. This will be my first of 2 mock drafts. First being today, where it's a week before the draft, and the night of the draft. There will be some trades, but altogether, this is the first NFL draft in a good while where every team has a first round pick, and I'm going to keep it that way. The Titans are picking number 1 overall, and we all know what that pick is going to be.
With the first pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Tennessee Titans select Cam Ward, quarterback, Miami.
With the Titans canceling out their meetings for Travis Hunter and Shedeur Sanders, the number 1 overall pick is guaranteed to be Cam Ward. I'm really excited for him because he does seem promising as a rookie. The question of whether Will Levis stays or not now is debatable by the end of the year, so we'll see what happens. Maybe the Steelers can trade for him, and to get him excited, they'll probably offer him like a year's supply of mayo or something.
With the second pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Cleveland Browns select Travis Hunter, cornerback and wide receiver, Colorado.
As much as I hope the Giants could take Hunter, it's seeming more and more likely that Cleveland is going to take Travis Hunter, and, well, that's unfortunate, but whatever. He does fill 2 major needs, and he definitely wants to play both wide receiver and corner, or else he'll literally leave, which is unbelievable work. Jeez, but whatever. Have fun, Cleveland.
With the third pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the New York Giants select Abdul Carter, defensive end, Penn State.
From a consensus team to draft a quarterback like Shedeur Sanders, to now having both Russell Wilson and Jameis Winston, so now a quarterback seems out of the question. With the third pick, Carter is the best defensive player available now, and he was originally a consensus number 1 overall pick, but as it stands right now, he's available at 3, and the Giants will happily take him. I could just imagine that defense now, with Dexter Lawrence at DT, Brian Burns, Carter being on opposite sides, while Kayvon Thibodeau and Bobby Okereke on the linebacking field. Sounds amazing. Just please re-sign Isaiah Simmons, please. Not to mention the Javon Holland and Paulson Adebo signings are just making the secondary also really great, so that's gonna be a lot of fun.
The New England Patriots have traded the number 4 pick to the New Orleans Saints. With the 4th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the New Orleans Saints select Shedeur Sanders, quarterback, Colorado.
The first trade of the night and the most substantial one. The other big quarterback in this draft class is gone with the number 4 pick to the Saints. With Derek Carr's future very much in the air, it seems very likely that the Saints could try to get either Cam Ward or especially Shedeur Sanders. And if this is the pick that the Saints make, honestly, it would be kind of funny that they also take his brother Shiloh in round 7.
With the 5th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Jacksonville Jaguars select Mason Graham, defensive tackle, Michigan.
The Jaguars really should pursue going for the best player available. And this defense definitely needs some help. Adding someone like Mason Graham can easily transform this defense.
With the 6th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Las Vegas Raiders select Ashton Jeanty, running back, Boise State.
The most hyped running back prospect since Saquon Barkley. After losing Josh Jacobs in free agency, the Raiders have been trying their hardest to find a level of consistency that Ashton Jeanty will bring to the table. It's cool that they brought in Raheem Mostert, but he's not going to stay long term.
With the 7th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the New York Jets select Will Campbell, tackle, LSU.
I know there is the consensus that the Jets might take Tyler Warren, the tight end from Penn State, at the number 7 spot. But the Jets should do something that the Bears never really did with Justin Fields. Get him some protection. In case you forgot, the Bears didn't really give him much of anything. He got sacked a total of 135 times across his 3 years with the Bears, including his league-leading 55 in 2022. And his time with the Steelers proved that give him a decent enough offensive line, you can actually get him some, good production. And besides, when you lose both Morgan Moses and Tyron Smith, there's a massive hole in tackle now. So, yeah, the Jets should jump on the opportunity.
The Carolina Panthers have traded the number 8 pick to the San Francisco 49ers. With the 8th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the San Francisco 49ers select Armand Membu, tackle, Missouri.
The second trade in this video is from the Carolina Panthers, who were very open to trading down, and so I gave them that. With Trent Williams, who could just definitely retire within the next couple of years, considering his age, and the other side of the offensive line looking not great, yeah, the 49ers should definitely jump on the opportunity because we don't want to see Brock Purdy killed.
With the 9th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the New England Patriots select Will Johnson, defensive back, Michigan.
It was a toss-up for me for the Patriots to either draft Johnson or the defensive end Jalen Walker at the number 9 spot. I eventually went with my gut because round 2 definitely has a lot more defensive line talent available in that spot, so the Patriots can afford to just take the best player available.
With the 10th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Chicago Bears select Jalen Walker, defensive end, Georgia.
With the Bears finally beefing up their offensive line, and with Ashton Jeanty being unavailable now, their best option is to beef up that defense. Adding to the defensive end front alongside Montez Sweat and the new arrival of Dayo Odeyingbo, he's going to fit right in fine.
With the 11th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Carolina Panthers select Tedariah McMillan, wide receiver, Arizona.
If Ted was in another draft class, he could have easily been a consensus top 5 pick, but alas. McMillan is electric, and the Panthers should be lucky enough to have him at 11. It could easily make us forgive that Jonathan Mingo pick that they later traded away.
The Dallas Cowboys have traded the number 12 pick to the Cincinnati Bengals. With the 12th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Cincinnati Bengals select Shamar Stewart, defensive end, Texas A&M.
Once again, Trey Hendrickson is requesting a trade.
While he fell through on the first one, I mean, how many more times is he going to have to do it before eventually the Bengals will have to cave in? And they can't really afford him for an extension, so they might as well send him off somewhere else.
And I was hearing that Arizona had involvement in this possible trade. Please? Please? Please?
With the 13th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Miami Dolphins select Kelvin Banks, tackle, Texas.
This is too easy. Terron Armstead is now retired, and the Dolphins need way more protection for Tua because this man is fragile as hell.
With the 14th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Indianapolis Colts select Tyler Warren, tight end, Penn State.
Now, this is a team who I think could draft Warren. I know Mo Alley-Cox is back with Indianapolis, but he is not the long-term answer. They need a real big tight end prospect, and Tyler Warren is that guy.
With the 15th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Atlanta Falcons select Michael Williams, defensive end, Georgia.
While that Michael Penix Jr. pick doesn't seem as bad as it was at first glance, still, their defense did kind of struggle. Like, Matt Judon was nice and all, but still, it wasn't enough. They really should have gone with the defensive end like they did. Even though Dallas Turner may have not been a great fit right away for the Vikings, he still will end up being really good.
With the 16th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Arizona Cardinals select Mike Green, defensive end, Marshall.
Hey, look, if Quinyon Mitchell can be a guy that is from a not first-round college usually suddenly pop off, I mean, what's the chance of Mike Green being the kind of guy to do that? Arizona technically got a defensive end last year, but they labeled him more of a D tackle, so I'm just going to reference that. And like I said, we actively tried to go and grab Trey Hendrickson from the Bengals, so it's clear that we were searching for defensive end help.
With the 17th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Dallas Cowboys select Matthew Golden, wide receiver, Texas.
It's been very clear for years that the Cowboys have been looking for that secondary wide receiver option. It was obviously a massive mistake to let go of Amari Cooper, and this is the way to justify it.
With the 18th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Seattle Seahawks select Tyler Booker, guard, Alabama.
I'm genuinely surprised we haven't talked about Alabama yet. That's because with Jalen Milroe falling out of the first round, there seems to be only 2 Alabama players that are going to be taken in the first round, being Tyler Booker and linebacker Jahad Campbell, which we'll talk about eventually. Either way you slice it, the Seahawks need offensive line. They gotta take the best one available, and that would be Tyler Booker. The other one is Josh Simmons, but Booker seems like the more safe pick. Would either of them be a reach at 18? Probably yes. But at this point, the Seahawks just gotta take what they can get.
With the 19th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers select Jahdae Barron, defensive back, Texas.
Tampa desperately needs to fill the hole that Carlton Davis made when he got traded away. And the last first-round corner, seemingly, is to be Jahdae Barron. And getting Jahdae at number 19 will be a pretty good value pick for Tampa. Okay, I swear this is the last trade.
The Denver Broncos have traded the number 20 pick to the Baltimore Ravens. With the 20th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Baltimore Ravens select Malachi Starks, safety, Georgia.
It's now looking like Kyle Hamilton needs a sidekick at safety. With Marcus Williams underperforming like hell, it is no surprise that Marcus Williams would eventually get released by the Ravens. And with the secondary problems that the Ravens have, Malachi Starks, who was originally considered a mid-first round pick, all of a sudden falling to them would be really nice value.
With the 21st pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Pittsburgh Steelers select Kenneth Grant, defensive tackle, Michigan.
The Steelers do need help on the defensive line now that Ogunjobi has been released. Keanu Benton's doing alright for himself, but there's clearly some more room to improve on it.
With the 22nd pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Los Angeles Chargers select Colston Loveland, tight end, Michigan.
This would be a dream scenario for Jim Harbaugh. With the need of a new weapon and the fact that he is from Michigan is perfect. Because Loveland was somebody that he coached himself, so this would be a literal pairing from heaven.
With the 23rd pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Green Bay Packers select Emeka Egbuka, wide receiver, The Ohio State.
Could this be the year that the Packers actually draft a wide receiver in the first round? Because it's clear that the Packers need a true number one receiver after Davante Adams was traded back in 2022. It's true that people will see Egbuka as a reach here at 23, but I feel like his impact, especially during the national championship, will raise his value quite a bit.
With the 24th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Minnesota Vikings select Nick Emenwari, safety, South Carolina.
It only makes sense that with the Packers taking a wide receiver, it makes sense that the Vikings will pick in the secondary because no matter which part of the secondary, whether it's safety or corner, the Vikings are desperately in help. So taking the best player in the secondary right now, which is Emenwari, makes a whole lot of sense for the Vikings. Especially when that Lewis Cine experiment blew up in their faces.
With the 25th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Houston Texans select Josh Simmons, tackle, The Ohio State.
There is no way in hell the Texans don't take an offensive lineman here, especially at tackle. With the major hole that Laramie Tunsil left when he was traded to Washington, CJ Stroud is gonna get killed. I mean, he was sacked already quite enough times. Imagine with a very leaky offensive line, he'd be on the turf laying there for a while within the first few seconds, so yeah, absolutely grab a tackle.
With the 26th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Los Angeles Rams select Jahad Campbell, linebacker, Alabama.
The Rams will go 2 years in a row when they grab a defensive talent that it was a major steal and it will pay off in huge dividends. I would not be surprised if Campbell winds up getting drafted earlier, but in here, Campbell will find himself in a prime position to be another great Rams defender.
With the 27th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Denver Broncos select Amarian Hampton, running back, North Carolina.
Being able to trade back and still get a really great offensive player is a dream scenario for Denver. With Javonte Williams underperforming and eventually leaving the Broncos, now they need a new running back. I am also showing that, yes, he will sneak into the first round somehow, and yeah, it is a prime target for Denver if he's available.
With the 28th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Detroit Lions select Greg Zabel, guard, North Dakota State.
I said it last year, and it's to be repeated. The inner offensive line is aging like a lot. So yeah, new young talent, absolutely needed. That's it. That's the whole thing.
With the 29th pick of the 2025 NFL Draft, the Washington Commanders select James Pierce Jr., defensive end, Tennessee.
Remember when Washington had Chase Young, Jonathan Allen, and Montez Sweat? Good times. Yeah, as you can tell, defensive end is a definite need for Washington. And also losing Dante Fowler, who actually did quite alright for himself, is also a problem. So yeah, it's time to rebuild that defensive line, and it starts with James Pierce Jr., who, wow, his draft stock tanked a lot. I'm feeling really bad for this guy. it's up for debate if he's even gonna be in the first round at this point.
With the 30th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Buffalo Bills select Derek Harmon, defensive tackle, Oregon.
Ed Oliver needs a new sidekick. Not to mention that with their opponents, they're going to be facing a lot of strong running backs. Of course, they're going to have to face Breece Hall twice a year, but they're also going to be facing up against Derrick Henry, Joe Mixon, Bijan Robinson, Devon Achane twice a year, Bucky Irving, Alvin Kamara, oh yeah, and Saquon freaking Barkley. So yeah, they definitely need help on the defensive front.
With the 31st pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Kansas City Chiefs select Josh Conerly Jr., tackle, Oregon.
2 Oregon players back to back, both on opposing lines. The Chiefs absolutely need tackle help, especially with Jawan Taylor committing more penalties than practically anyone in the NFL at this point. Also, it seems like for the first time ever, Mahomes was actually running for his life because he was not getting protected that often.
With the 32nd pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Super Bowl champion, Philadelphia Eagles select Donovan Ezeruaku, defensive end, Boston College.
It was a toss-up between Donovan or defensive tackle Walter Nolan from Ole Miss. But honestly, the defensive tackle spot is seemingly okay with the Eagles, while Josh Sweat and a couple of others have left, so that's what made my decision. By the way, thank you, Philly. And that will be it. My mock draft for the week away 2025 NFL mock draft. Will some things be different next week? Maybe. We'll see what happens. All right. I'll see you whenever next week comes around. All right. Bye.